What's up, guys? It's Becca Switzer with Roof Sales Mastery and author of Diamonds in the Sky. And I was going to bring you a few minutes here talking about your ads when you're recruiting. Answer me this. Are you one of the contractors who is relying on competitive pay in your ad in efforts to hire people? Are you relying on your competitive pay or your high pay to attract candidates? If you are, we're talking 50% commission off the top or 60% commission off the top or something super crazy, guaranteed base pay, yada yada. Do you know why you're having to do that? It's because you're advertising directly to people who are already storm restoration contractors. Do you really want to be hiring people who are already in this business? That might sound crazy if you haven't thought about it before, but let me tell you this. Most people who are already storm restoration contractors are making money wherever they are. They're not out there looking for a different job with a different company unless they happen to be with a company who is just like run by an alcoholic who never gets their job scheduled or performed and is just like in over his head in debt or something like that. Yes, there are definitely companies out there who are just very poorly supporting their salespeople. And so, yes, sometimes salespeople are looking for a better opportunity with somebody else. However, most of the time, these badass salespeople are not looking for a better opportunity because they're making it happen wherever they are, okay? So why are you trying to advertise directly to that 1%, that top salesperson? You're advertising to such a small group of people there, and you're having to rely on pay to attract those people. So let me lay this out here for you. Give you a little bit of a reality check that maybe you haven't considered before. One, if you are trying to advertise to that tiny group of people who are already storm restoration contractors in this vast space that we call the internet where people are looking for jobs, then you're advertising to such a small group of people that you're already setting yourself up to get a very minuscule return on your ads. The response is going to be super low. And most of the time, the responses you're going to get are from those salespeople who are actually just telling you that they're going to say, yeah, dude, I could sell $1 million this year. I've been around for 11 years in this business, you know. But then they show up and they like ask you for gas money, and then they suck you dry base pay for like 3 months and then disappear, right? So that's part number one. Part number two is, remember, most people who are looking for a job are the average Joe that's in a 9-to-5 position who graduated from college, got their degree, and is now either looking for a job or is in a job that they despise, and they're constantly on monster.com or whatever searching for a different opportunity. Now here's the catch. They're not out there looking for this crazy, super shiny, amazing opportunity, the type of opportunity that when you tell them, hey dude, you could work here and literally in 6 months make 6 figures, like no lie, because that's too good to be true to these guys. Now it's a shame, but you need to let that go, okay? That is not going to work. You cannot tell the average person, yeah man, quit your corporate job, come work for me and ride around in a truck and chase storms. You're going to make 6 figures in 6 months. You can take the whole winter off. It doesn't work. Okay, so remember who you're advertising to. If you're advertising to that couple of salespeople in the world who are in that unique sales like position where they are looking for a different company, then good luck. But if you're smart about it, you're going to be actually advertising to the average person who's stuck in a dead-end job. Now here's the next key. I talk about this in a video called The Secret Sauce to Recruiting. I highly recommend you look it up on YouTube here and listen to it if recruiting is something you're interested in. A lot of good information in there. But remember, these average people aren't looking for a sales job. Okay? Well, Becca, but it's a sales job. Durr. I know it's a sales job, but when you make it super salesy and you're super blatant, 50% commission, you know, like when you talk about it like that, people just, they're scared. They're like, eh. Like when people hear sales, there's just this stigma connected to it, right? People automatically think, well, I'm just not a salesperson. whatever that means, which apparently means they just don't walk around and talk to people because that's what sales is. But people automatically disqualify themselves. They're like, well, I'm just not a salesperson, or I need something stable, or maybe this guy made 6 figures in 6 months, but I never could, right? So your ad has to speak to the masses and make them feel like, yes, I could do that job. Yes, that sounds like a legitimate opportunity. And it needs to sound as much like a regular job as possible so that these people can come and feel comfortable applying for your job. Okay? So this is really, really important. I know a lot of you guys struggle so hard with trying to find salespeople, but the fact of the matter is, this is an amazing opportunity. Like, as soon as people get into the business and if they have the proper training so that they can get jobs quickly and get those commission checks, I mean, there are very few opportunities like it, honest to God. If there are more opportunities like it, I haven't seen them yet, okay? But we have to get these people to this position where they can see that the opportunity is real. So we have to get them past the scary ad, okay, by changing the ad so that we're speaking about the position very differently than a scary commission-only job. Then we have to get them to show up to training, which has to do with the interview process. The interview script is very important. And then once they're in training, we have to have them trained efficiently. I am not talking about 6 weeks of ride-along training and sink or swim. Hope you figure it out, you dummy. Like, that's not going to work. So when you're recruiting people, they have to have, this conditions have to be just right. You have to create the environment, which is your responsibility as a business owner. You have to create the environment that allows these little seeds to blossom and grow, okay? Because as soon as these guys get hired, if you can get them trained in 3 to 5 days out the door, fully capable of generating leads and getting deals signed, they're going to have a good time because they're not going to get, beat up at the door. They're not going to get just totally demolished on the inside, having a tough time signing deals. They're going to get their deals signed. They're going to get a lot of appointments set, and they're going to get paid quickly. And you and I both know that as soon as they start seeing those commission checks come in, they're not going anywhere unless you're an asshole. And then they fit into the 1% category that we talked about advertising to earlier. Funny how that comes full circle. But I'm sure you guys aren't assholes. You're just very busy as business owners. I get it. It's really difficult to run a roofing company. It is. It's a simple business, but it's hard work. And there's a lot of stuff to do. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't have a sales team, you've got nothing. It's just you. And you might as well just be a salesperson then, if it's just you. Why own the company? It's too much stuff for such a little return for one person. So anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to cover here with you. And like always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I post videos every single week, free tips and so on, and chunks of coaching calls and things like that. But if you guys are really serious about building a sales team this year, you have to do it differently than what everybody's doing or what you've been doing in the past. There are better results out there. Do not believe the lie that it's impossible to hire good salespeople or that it's so hard to find them. It isn't. It's just the approach has to be right. Don't do the trial and error. You can if you want to, be my guest, but don't reinvent the wheel. We've got it figured out. So let me help you. If that's something you want to do, email me, Becca, BECCA, @roofsalesmastery.com. We can talk about recruiting, training new guys, retention, whatever it is you guys want to talk about. So that's it for today. Like I said, check out the website, www.roofsalesmastery.com. Check out a few more videos on the YouTube channel. And let's make this year a badass one, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.